Once upon a time, in the heart of Middle-earth, there was an ancient forest known as the Grove of Willows. Majestic tree trunks stood tall and resilient, casting shadows over the dense underbrush. The wind fluttered through the leaves, creating a soft rustle that was barely audible over the distant hoot of an owl. This forest was rarely ventured into by men. It was a place of legend and mystery, known for its drought-like enchantments and occasional mischief causing the brave-hearted to think twice before entering. In a barren pocket of this forest, a small clearing surrounded by reddish boulders served as the secret meeting place for a group of hobbits who were, in their nature, curious and brave. Laughter and conversation often punctuated the otherwise serene atmosphere. These hobbits seldom quarreled, but worked together to uncover the secrets of the land they loved. Among them was Brego, a hobbit with grumpy demeanor but a heart of gold. He sighed contentedly, leaning against one of the tree trunks. His weariness was the result of a long trek, but a sense of accomplishment fluttered inside him. Next to him sat Elrin, a canny and mischievous hobbit always looking for an adventure. Elrin's pockets were brimming with purloined berries he had plucked up from a nearby bush. The third member of the group was Alara, who, albeit primly, often acted as the voice of reason between her friends. She spoke with a kind authority that rarely needed repeating. They seldom knew where their next journey would take them, but in spite of the unknown, excitement lit up their eyes. One particular day, the trio decided to embark on an exploration of the old forest, guided by rumors of an ancient treasure hidden deep within its dells. They started by ambling down the forest path, the sound of their ambling footsteps barely scratching the surface of the quiet ambience of the grove. The journey wasn't without its racket, however. Squirrels chattered and birds whistled catchy tunes, forging a splendid symphony orchestrating their journey. A few miles into their trek, they stumbled upon a curious sight. A patch of ground looked strangely disturbed, as though a creature had scrambled out of it. Alara, ever curious, knelt down to inspect the earth. A toothsome smell wafted up, and without warning, Brego sneezed loudly. "Blimey!" he exclaimed, rubbing his nose. Elrin, on the other hand, sniffed the air and grinned. "I think we might have found something, friends," he remarked, his eyes twinkling as he imagined the possible treasures lurking beneath. They dug into the soft earth, only to find an old leather-bound chest containing rags and a few ancient coins, albeit commonplace, some bore markings of historical hue unfamiliar to them. Brego looked rather glum. "Is this it?" he asked, feeling slightly disappointed after all the excitement. Alara, ever so canny, recognized the significance of one coin's markings and exclaimed, "This chest might be the key to another, grander treasure hidden somewhere else. We must seek the knowledge of the elders in the nearby village." And so, they made their way to the village, unperturbed and full of resolve. Upon arrival, they sought the counsel of Elder, the ancient, wise village elder who seldom interacted with anyone. When presented with the coin, Elder's eyebrows arched, and he sighed deeply. "These coins hold clues to the lair of Reiner," he said. "It's a treacherous place filled with traps and blighters. You must tread carefully." The thought of an unrivaled treasure hidden away by Reiner, an infamous rogue who purloined treasures from both the lands of men and elves alike, was tantalizing. With Elder's direction, they set forth once more, their hearts filled with anticipation. As they journeyed further and deeper into the forest, the terrain became notably barren. Once vibrant and lush, the land now lay desolate and dry. They carefully tread over uprooted tree stumps and scuttled off from the paths of potential traps. One night, while camping, the trio was awakened by a fleeting sound echoing through the grove. A shadow darted between the trees. With their senses heightened, they bolted upright. Alara gathered her composure and whispered, "It's just one of those shadows that play tricks on you in the forest." Little did they know, a band of goblins, outlaws from distant lands, had made off with nearby travelers' goods. Intent on causing more mischief, they had their eyes on the hobbits' newfound treasure. As dawn broke, Elrin noticed something odd. Part of their supplies seemed pinched. Without hesitating, he quietly woke his friends, and they pursued the goblin's trail. Confronting the goblin leader, Skorg, they quarreled fiercely. Brego, true to his grumpy nature, used a skewer from their campfire to ward off an attack, narrowly saving Alara, who in turn plucked up a stone and flung it at another goblin, causing it to yelp and scuttle off in pain. In the dreary lair of the goblins, they discovered more than just their stolen supplies. Hidden away under a pile of rags, wrapped carefully, was a map that detailed the exact location of Reiner's treasure. Blimey, said Aaron with a grin. I think we've hit the jackpot. Using the map, they navigated through the forest towards the hidden lair. The journey was perilous, filled with traps and other mythical creatures that lingered in the shadows. But with their combined wits, determination, and a bit of luck, they finally reached the entrance to Reiner's treasure trove. Inside, the walls fluttered with ancient tapestries, each depicting historical scenes in rich hues long faded. There, amidst piles of gold and jewels, was an item of unmatched value. The scepter of Elendil, an artifact sought after by many but found by few. Their adventure ended as they returned to their village, hailed as heroes, albeit weary. Their tale would go on to become an enduring legend, filled with bravery, mischief, and the indomitable spirit of the three hobbits. As the years passed, their saga was retold around campfires, becoming a part of the historical fabric of Middle-earth. The friendships they forged, the challenges they overcame, and the treasures they discovered were etched into the hearts and minds of all who heard their tale. And in the quiet stillness of the grove of willows, one could almost hear the soft flutter of epic stories past, waiting to be awakened by the next brave soul.